Aston Villa 2, Arsenal 1. Listen, everybody needs to calm down. Everybody needs to relax. Everybody needs to relax. Arsenal is not going to bottle the league. None of that is going to happen. I know every Arsenal fan is upset at the moment. Every Arsenal fan is the Arteta outers now are setting up their ring lights to come and start shouting Arteta out, Arteta out. Arsenal is going to bottle the league, this, that, and the third. But everybody needs to calm down. These things happen, right? These things happen. The season is very long. You're going to win some, you're going to draw some, you're going to lose some. These things happen. But as supporters of the team, we need to get behind the team. You can't only be a supporter of a club when they're doing well, and when they fumble, you start, you're the number one enemy. These things happen. However, it was a very disappointing loss today. Very disappointing loss today for a plethora of reasons. Now, according to some people, they will say that Arteta fielded the wrong 11. I don't think so. I don't think Arteta fielded the wrong 11, because if Arsenal had won, it would be Arteta masterclass. Arsenal who won without Gabriel and Saliba, and there'll be all these things. Arsenal's second team is still world class and all these things. So I wouldn't say that Arteta fielded the wrong 11. I think it was still a very, very decent 11, but there's just certain things that went wrong in the game. I think the substitutions were also very good substitutions, because in the first half, Marino wasn't really doing anything in that strike position, and I don't think he really does much. Now, he's a very good goal scorer, especially when it comes to headers. But aside from that, all round, when it comes to just all round play, I don't think he's that good of a player. Today he was just flip flopping, just falling down like a child. Any contact, this guy was on the floor. And Eze playing that left wing it's almost like you're playing void of one player. He was atrocious today. Hence why he was taken off, and Trossard was brought in. Merino was taken off, and Gyökeres was brought in, which were the right substitutions. It even led to Arsenal scoring a goal. It led to Leandro Trossard equalizing for Arsenal. There were just certain areas that was bad today for Arsenal. I think Hincapié is a very good centre back, but him playing that Gabriel Magalhaes position, that left centre back, I think he was rubbish today. I think it was rubbish. I think the second goal was his fault. In my opinion, I think that second goal was his fault, because I think he could have gotten to that ball and played that ball out. So I think I would say that second goal was his fault. And Arsenal were really scrappy today, even in midfield. Zubimendi, I don't know if he was tired, if he was burnt out. Likewise, Declan Rice, because Declan Rice was misplacing passes today and was just very lackluster in that midfield. And listen again, these are not robots playing. These are humans playing. It happens. Declan Rice has been incredible the whole season. Zubimendi as well, although he's been, had stupid bozo moments sometimes, like the Tottenham game where he had a big bozo moment. But aside from that, he's been really good this season. And the two of them, Zubimendi and Declan Rice, have been the standard midfield Arsenal has been playing all season. These guys barely get a rest. So these things happen. I'm not, I am disappointed that we lost, but we go again against Wolves. We have a game against Club Brugge in the Champions League. So we pick ourselves up and go again. Arsenal is still on top of the table. We are still leading the table. Even if Chelsea wins today, even if Man City wins today, Arsenal will still be on top of the table. Arsenal will still be leading on top of the table. So us being on top of the table is not really threatened at the moment. To be fair, all we need to do is rally up again and win our next game against Wolves, and really that's it. Cool. The guys have played better. Yes, the guys could have played better. I would have even taken a draw today, but it's more disappointing when you concede last minute. When you concede last minute, it is even more disappointing. And Arsenal has been this season. Arsenal they've been rave reviews about our centre backs, our defense, and in the past few games we've been leaking goals. We've been leaking goals, been drawing games, and this is this is not the Arsenal that we've been used to so far this season. Um, I wouldn't blame Arteta. I think there should have been changes in that midfield. You know, in my opinion, I think Zubimendi should have been brought out, or Rice should have been pulled out. Arsenal have Norgard. I think Norgard could have come in to do something, either for Zubimendi or Declan Rice. Those guys were tired today. They were really, really tired today. Hence why they were having lackluster passes. They couldn't really intercept. Norgard should have been brought in. I don't know why Arteta does not play Norgard. I don't know why he doesn't play Norgard. Does it seems like at this point Declan Rice will have to be injured, or Zubimendi will have to be injured for Norgard to get playing time. It's okay to bring either of these guys off for them to get a rest. Norgard could have come in. Ethan Nwaneri could have come in. You know, Odegaard had a very, very good game today, but he could have been pulled out as well, and Eze dropped in midfield. Do you understand? Like, there are different things Ateta could have done today, um, but he didn't do so. But I wouldn't now come and be Ateta out. It's going to bottle the league, because there are some very, very, very stupid. I think they just excel in being stupid. Some stupid Arsenal fans that would start talking rubbish now that Ateta out. Is not the man for the job, just because this is the second game Arsenal has lost this whole season. Do you understand? You see the Arteta outers now come out. They're happy. They can't wait. And which I don't think is right. I think Arsenal will still win this league. You know, we have Wolves next in the Premier League. Let us do what we have to do and nick a win against Wolves. And that is, we're still on top of the table. That is just more points. I still believe that Chelsea and Man City, either of these teams, are still going to draw points. They're not as consistent as Arsenal this season. So everybody just needs to calm down. Disappointing loss against Aston Villa. For some reason, Aston Villa they've just had Arsenal's button for a few seasons now. They've just had Arsenal's button. I don't know. Emery, for some reason, just always seems to win against Arsenal. But there's no cause for alarm. Everybody just needs to relax. These things happen, and we rally up again. We have a Champions League game on Wednesday, the 10th of December, and then we have a match against Wolves. I keep putting this thing in. We have a match against Wolves on the 13th of December. We go again, man. We go again. Go again. Big ups the Gunners. We're still going to win this league. I can't wait for Saliba to be fit. I can't wait for Gabriel to be fit, because it is now showing, with these guys being injured, it's now showing that we have a chink. We have a chink in our armor. We have a chink in our armor. with these guys being injured, with Gabriel being injured, it seems like we can't score corner kicks like as consistently as we used to. With Gabriel being injured, with Saliba being injured, because these guys are very physical, powerful. Do you understand? Mascara is injured as well. Mascara is injured as well. And this is one of Arsenal is in a crisis, kind of a crisis. I'm not going to lie, because there's just so many injuries, even with the squad depth that Arsenal seems to have. There's so many injuries, so many injuries. Another thing is, I can't wait for Gabriel Jesus to be back. He needs to be back. He needs to be added to the team. He needs to start playing games. I don't know this nonsense of Merino, and Gyökeres isn't offering anything in that strike position. He's not offering anything. He's practically useless there. This guy's practically useless there. And today, I wouldn't say it was his fault. He wasn't getting chances. He wasn't getting chances. He's a striker that needs to be fed, and he's not being fed at the moment. And what do you want him to do? What do you want him to do? He's not a speed merchant. He's not like an incredibly fast player. That has never been his game. He needs people that can feed him. And sorry, neither the wingers or the midfielders were feeding Gyökeres today. They're just playing long balls and having him run after balls he can't get. So I wouldn't really blame him today. However, this guy has been so underwhelming since he came to Arsenal, and I think the guy is very low on confidence at the moment. Coming from Sporting Lisbon, doing the incredible things he was doing there, only to come to Arsenal, and this guy hasn't even scored up to 7 goals this season. I don't think he has scored up to 8 goals this season. So I'm sure his confidence is low, but I don't know, man. This guy he's not looking like it, man. He's not looking like what we thought we got, man. It's it's that thing of what I ordered versus what I got. That is what this is looking like. That's what this Gyökeres guy is looking like at the moment. I need Gabriel Jesus to be included in the team. I don't know how fit he is now, but I've been seeing him in training. He needs to be back in the squad. This guy needs to play. He needs to play. I think Gabriel Jesus can offer more in that striking position than Gyökeres, than Merino. Do you understand? Like, that's my opinion. So, but we go again. These things happen. Anyways, that's really about it, man. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment if you feel like adding your 2 cents. And until next time, peace.